Hi, I'm Daryl from the second debater from the negative team. To refute basically everything that the affirmative side has said, the NSA does not conduct or partake in illegal activity. According to Marshall Honora from How the NSA's Spying Keeps You Safe, I quote, "The most important thing to keep in mind is that there is at present absolutely no indication that the NSA has done anything illegal or outside of the parameters of its mission statement. The NSA monitors external threats to the US and in theory does not turn its attention to American citizens without probable cause. There is no evidence to the contrary among the evidence that Edward Snowden leaked." So I feel like the NSA and surveillance programs in general actually do more good than harm. The NSA also protects U.S. citizens from being hacked. According to a article called "Understanding the Threat" by NSA.gov, I quote, "As a nation, we are dependent on the internet. We use it for everything. We communicate online, bank and shop online, and store much of our personal information there. In business, education, and government, we all count on having ready access to the internet and its many capabilities as we go about our daily routines. The internet opens up new worlds to users, but while cyberspace offers great opportunities, it also comes with vulnerabilities. Our information networks and technology are constantly at risk from a variety of bad actors using a multitude of techniques: remote hacking intrusions, the placement of malware, spear phishing, and other means of gaining access to networks and information." So, surveillance by the NSA and or mass surveillance by the NSA is actually very necessary to everyone, every person in this room's safety. Our country and citizens actually depend on NSA programs and military agencies for our safety. A quote from Dianne Feinstein, a Democratic senator from California and chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, quotes, "Our safety depends on the ability of 16 U.S. intelligence agencies, including those at state in the military and the FBI, to discover unfolding plots by tracking connections between terrorists, especially plots tied to the U.S. homeland. This is why the NSA's Call Records program is an essential component of U.S. counterterrorism efforts." And to add on to that, surveillance has actually done good in our domestic surveillance, meaning surveillance in our own country, has actually done us good as well, and has actually caught those who authorities who actually attempted to abuse it. According to Andrew Emmett, on his article called "Cops Didn't Know This Camera Caught Them Deleting Video of the Murder of Laquan McDonald," a Chicago teen who was 17 who got shot and killed by police officers, actually caught police officers trying to delete video and evidence of him shooting the teenager. I quote, "Accused of deleting the surveillance video of 17-year-old Laquan McDonald's death, several officers appeared in recently released screenshots tampering with Burger King's computers before the footage mysteriously disappeared. Although 86 minutes of the surveillance video have gone missing, including the moment that McDonald was gunned down, Cook County State Attorney Anita Alvarez claims no one tampered with the footage. In May, Burger King District Manager Jay Darshane accused officers of deleting the security footage after spending over 3 hours in the fast food restaurant on the night of the shooting. According to Darshane, the video equipment was working properly, but 86 minutes of footage from 9:13 p.m. to 10:39 p.m. disappeared after the officers left. Charged with first-degree murder, Van Dyke, the officer who shot the teenager, fired his first shot at 9:57 p.m. When asked if he was certain that the officers deleted the footage of the killing, Darshane answered yes. "We had no idea they were going to sit there and delete files," Darshane said. "I mean, we were just trying to help the police officers out." So surveillance actually caught the authorities and law enforcement people doing wrong and actually solved the murder of that teenager. Mass surveillance and NSA programs could have potentially stopped past terrorist attacks and crimes. Another quote from Miss Feinstein, the Democratic senator. She quotes, "Consider the case of 9/11 hijacker Khalid al-Midhar, who was being watched by the CIA while he was in Malaysia. U.S. intelligence agencies failed to connect the dots before the attack to recognize that al-Midhar had flown with future hijacker Nawaf al-Hazmi to Los Angeles in January 2000. Intelligence officials knew about an al-Qaeda safe house in Yemen with no ties to al-Midhar, as well as the safe house telephone number, but they had no way of knowing if anyone inside the U.S. was in contact with that phone number in Yemen. Only after 9/11 did we learn that al-Midhar was while living in San Diego, had called the safe house." So that it was only after 9/11 that we realized that we had a potential to stop that if we had surveillance. Again, mass surveillance isn't to invade anyone's privacy, it's to keep everyone here safe. I mean, personally, if I could give up some of my privacy to keep everyone, my family members, everyone else's family members safe from a terrorist attack or any harm in general, I think I could do that.